What's up guys, Mason Brock Henderson here, and this video has been way too long in coming, even though the trailer's only been out for like a couple days. But anyway, it's Kingdom Hearts 2.8, the final prologue, final trailer I believe. We finally have a release date, January 24th, next year. Still too long. But for those of you who don't know, Kingdom Hearts is my favorite all-time game series. I started playing it when I was little and been looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3 for a very long time, so the fact that we have what they're saying is going to be the final game before the final game gets me very excited. And this trailer gets me very excited as well. Not necessarily a very Kingdom Hearts feel to it. The song itself, even though it's simple and clean, it's a remix version, and the remix makes it feel a bit more like, I don't know. It's hard to describe, but you know, with Kingdom Hearts, simple and clean is probably one of the most, I don't even want to say pop-y songs, but it does stand out as one of the more like upbeat songs. And I mean, it's a theme song, so it really should be upbeat. But you know, you look at my Sanctuary, the theme song for the second game, and it's a bit more downplayed. It's a bit more melancholic, I guess. Whereas Simple and Clean was like this upbeat song that kind of got you like, yeah, I'm ready to play right now. Whoa! This one, it's different than any of the songs that I've heard in Kingdom Hearts so far. And you know, it does kind of work for the trailer at times, but at other times, whenever it's these moments that you know, if you played the games, you're watching it and you feel this emotional distress. You know, like watching Aqua travel through the realm of darkness as she looks for Terra and Ven. It's supposed to feel kind of, you know, stressful. It's supposed to feel like, oh, that's heavy. You know, like watching what she has to go through, that sucks. But the song doesn't really tie in with that. The song is a bit more like, woo, yeah, I'm gonna dance, and I can't dance. But anyway, so yeah, the song, while it is kind of catchy, it doesn't fit very well with some of the scenes in this trailer. But that's probably the only really gripe that I have about the trailer. You know, the rest of it is pretty awesome. I mean, you've got some scenes from Dream Drop Distance, which I'm very excited to see on the PS4. The only thing that I'm a bit worried about is that from the two trailers that we've gotten so far, my only problem with Dream Drop Distance was that the fighting didn't feel, I don't know what the word is, but like if you played Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, whenever you hit an enemy, you could feel the hit. You know, like you could see the enemy stagger, you could see as the Keyblade, you know, the whatever flies off the Keyblade from it connecting with an enemy, you felt the hit. And Dream Drop Distance on the 3DS, it felt like there were times where you'd swing and connect, but it didn't feel like you were hitting him. It felt like you were just swinging through, and the enemy was taking damage but not staggering. You know, it felt like you weren't hitting them at times, even though you were. So it doesn't look like they fixed that from the few scenes that they've shown the fighting. It looks like there's still a lack of connecting with an enemy whenever you hit them. I hope that's maybe just, you know, maybe I'm just seeing certain instances where it's not working as well, or maybe that's not throughout the entire game. Maybe it's just certain enemies that they're fighting right then don't stagger. But I want to be able to play this and feel like I'm hitting the enemies, because if you're not feeling that way, then it takes away from the fluidity of the game, which is what Kingdom Hearts fighting style has going for it. You know, it felt like you were fluidly fighting these enemies and connecting, and it felt real. You know, it felt like you were actually fighting them. So I hope that's fixed, but I am excited to see it. It's the first one for the DS. I shouldn't say handheld because Birth by Sleep, but it's the first one for the DS that's getting transferred over to the PlayStation 4, or PlayStation in general. So that's going to be interesting to see how they do it there. It should work out pretty well, better than obviously 358.5 Days and Recoded would have, because those were not nearly as clean with the graphics. 3DS had some good graphics going for it, so I'm excited to play that. The game that I'm most excited for is the Birth by Sleep 0.2. Uh, it's it looks really good. I mean, the first of all, the graphics look incredible. We get a lot more of it in this trailer than we have in the past trailer, and there's so much going on that's hard to really capture all of it. I'm trying to think about it and like, okay, so there's this going on, there's this going on. A few of the scenes that stand out, one that everybody keeps talking about is like one of the coolest things, is actually probably going to be in like the theme song part of the game. Uh, it's whenever she's like running up to Terra and Ven, and they've got their backs turned, and then they turn around. Ven is now mixed with Vanitas, has the Keyblade, and then Terra is now Xehanort inhabiting his body, and they both like hit her at the same time. It's probably going to be a part of the theme song, but that is such a cool visual, but also kind of heartrending for Aqua. But we see a lot of gameplay in this from the new Birth by Sleep 0.2. We've got her going to different worlds. They showed Cinderella's little castle at the end of, if you played Birth by Sleep Final Mix on the PlayStation 3. If you played the part where she's going through the realm of darkness, it ends with her seeing Cinderella's castle in the realm of darkness, showing that that world has now been taken in by darkness, has been taken over. In this one, we see a lot more of the other worlds involved. So it's not just going to be Cinderella's world. We see Ven sleeping inside of the little coffin that Snow White was sleeping in whenever she died. We see her seeing the magic mirror, and all of a sudden a version of her comes out of the magic mirror. We see a bit of that fight too, which looks pretty awesome. We see this other... Because it's the realm of darkness, I think there's so much you can do with it, and it looks like they're taking full advantage of it, because it's like this Inception, like mind twisting stuff going on. Like she's running down this hallway, and there are all these pillars. She starts attacking this one, and there's a treasure chest underneath the floor, flipped upside down. She attacks this one pillar. The world, well, not the world, she flips to the other side of the world, so now she's upside down where the treasure chest is. I'm so excited to see what they're going to do with that. It looks really cool. And then the final scene that I want to talk about for her was, it looks like she's kind of given up. She's like, it looks like I can finally, go into darkness and, at peace or something like that. And she like drops her wayfinder, and then Mickey comes up and grabs it. It's like, Aqua, are you okay? I'm not going to do my Mickey voice because I don't want to embarrass myself. But gives it back to her, and then she's just like, all of a sudden these dark sides are everywhere, and they all have like these balls that they're putting up into this massive just darkness ball in the sky. Like, I don't even know what it is. It reminds me of the attack from Kingdom Hearts 1, whenever he like shoves his hand into the ground, picks up this ball, shoots it up into the sky, and then these little balls start raining down and try to hit you. It kind of reminds me of that, except it's like 7 of them doing it one time. So the ball is now like massive. I wonder if this is going to be a thing. Like, we have to fight all of them at once. It's going to be freaking awesome, regardless. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen. But yeah, it's just so much going on that it's hard to catch every single little instance. And there are probably some things that I missed. So, if I missed anything from that, let me know in the comments. We can discuss that. But the final thing to talk about is, of course, Kingdom Hearts Unchained Kai backstory. And it looks like it's going to be just, it's obviously an HD cutscene movie type thing. But it looks fairly interesting so far. I mean, you've got this interesting cast of characters. All of them have their faces hidden by masks. I wonder if that's going to come into play later on. You've got these guys in black coats. I don't know who they are. This is before Organization 13. It seems like this is going to be prequel to everything. The entire Kingdom Hearts story. So you've got these guys in black coats. One of them is holding Master Xehanort's Keyblade. So is this young Xehanort, maybe? Who knows? But yeah, there's so many interesting things going on. So many fun things to talk about. You've got them asking questions like, is it right for, Is it possible for 7 of us to defend this world? You've got some of them asking questions, about the traitor. That's one of the things that keeps popping up is this traitor in their midst. Who's betraying them? All this interesting stuff going on. It seems like it's going to be a very interesting story. Didn't see much to do with the fighting in this one. We saw a lot of that in the last trailer. This one has a lot more talking involved, has a lot more interaction between the characters. And I recognize one of the voices, and I feel like I've heard it before, and it's in, it's a voice that I've heard just in some of other video games. I want to say Matthew Mercer, possibly, maybe. I don't know. It's either that or it's Troy Baker, because I've heard his voice so much that I feel like I'd recognize it if I heard it, and I can't remember what their voices sound like, to be honest, and I can't remember which one is which. But I think it's the unicorn mask. His voice sounds very, very familiar. So if you know who it is, go ahead, let me know. But I don't want to make a decision on I know exactly who it is. I just recognize the voice from somewhere. So anyway, but yeah, it seems like it's going to be really interesting to watch. It seems like it's going to be a very good story. Hopefully it explains some stuff with the Keyblade War. That seems to be what it's all leading up to, is this is how the Keyblade War started. This is what happened. So a lot of good stuff going for it. A lot of interesting things that gets me excited. And it's probably the HD movie cutscene thing that I'm the most excited for out of all the ones we've gotten. Like 358.5 Days, I would prefer to see it as a game. Recoded, I don't really want to see that story again because it was kind of boring at times. This one, I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with it. Obviously, if you've been playing Kingdom Hearts Unchained Kai on your mobile phone, we've seen some of the stuff going on with the leaders, the masters. We've seen some of that stuff going on in that game itself. It's going to be interesting to see it all in this HD cutscene. And hopefully we get more of that story on the mobile phone game so it doesn't spoil us whenever we watch the movie. But anyway, long story short, obviously I'm very excited for this game. I'm very overwhelmed with all the stuff going on. I couldn't focus on which one I wanted to talk about more, so I just picked the best of the best. If there are things that you want to talk about from the trailer that I didn't, let me know in the comments. We can talk about it, discuss it, all that good stuff. Leave a like and subscribe for future Kingdom Hearts reviews, and I will see you guys for the next trailer. Peace out.